Let's build our fourth and final building. It'll have a flat roof on it and look the most kind of commercial of all the structures that we'll make. So once again, we'll go back to our south elevation. I'll draw a box around, oops, sorry, I dragged that off the screen. I'll draw a box around our building, catching all the components. I'll use the copy command tool. I'll grab anywhere on the building because I'm just going to move it off exactly 40 feet, which I'll type in. And we'll go to our 3D view. First thing I'll do is I'll actually delete our roof. And we'll prepare to put a flat roof on it. And this flat roof we're going to put on is going to have a parapet, which means the roof or the walls will extend up a few feet above the roof to hide the roof itself. I'll describe more about its function in lecture. So let's do that by selecting all of the walls and raising them up. So I'm going to grab a wall and hold down the control key so I can select all 4 of them. And then instead of connecting it to a level, just to a level, it's connected to level 2. I'm going to give it an offset, an additional amount of height of 4 feet. And if I hit apply, that will raise those all up. And now we're ready to put a flat roof in there. So I'm going to go to Architecture, Roof, Roof by Footprint. The warning will come up that I want it to be on level 2, and that's fine. I don't want it to have a slope, so I'm going to uncheck that. And I don't want it to have any overhang, so I'm going to put that to 0. And now I'm ready to start drawing, and I'm going to use the Pick Walls tool. And I'll come down and grab the walls that I want to construct that roof with. And I'll click the green button, Complete. You'll notice now that there is that line of the wall, of the roof extending all the way to the exterior of the wall. We could have corrected that in an original setting, but if we've done that, we can just double click into this, select any one of these edges and flip it and complete that, and that will move that wall to the interior. So now you can see this is that parapet condition, that extra footage 3 feet above the existing roof line. Okay, the next thing I want to do is to add Storefront Glazing, which is a kind of a wall tool. And to do that, I first have to get rid of the existing windows, so I'm going to delete these. Select them and delete these. I'm going to move our commercial door over, let's say until it's, 4 feet from the edge. And I'm going to start building some storefront along here. Storefront glazing is a window, but it is done and constructed using the wall tool. So I'm going to go to Wall Architectural. I'm going to drag down here until, keep scrolling down until we get to the curtain wall section, and then select the storefront. The storefront has constraints just like a wall, so it's going to go from level 1 up to level 2 unless we change that, and I am going to change that. I'm going to leave it unconnected. I don't want it to go all the way up to that level, but I do want it to go up quite a bit. So I'm going to say we'll go up to, let's say, 12 feet. And now we're ready to actually start constructing some. So I'll come over here, let's say to 7 feet, let's say to start. Click. And I'll come over here, and just before we get to the edge, let's say we'll go to 21 feet. I'll click that off. That looks like we're about 2 feet away from the edge. I don't have the chain tool on, so I'm ready to start drawing a fresh wall. If not, you just click cancel and then start drawing the next wall. So I'm going to draw it on this side now, and I'm going to come in 2 feet before I start constructing it. And then I'll drag this down, let's say until it says maybe 30. Making sure that I'm staying on that blue line that indicates that I'm lined up with the wall. And I'll just type in 30 and return. And there we have it, probably our most commercial looking building of our series. I'll go to the south elevation so we can look at that now. And next we'll look at getting it ready for presentation, creating sheets and getting it submitted.